Because I can tell you a story, damn. I can tell you whatever the fuck I want, all right? So, let me tell you about it. This past Halloween, I did some work. I did a road opener. I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. I totally fucking forgot about it, right? And I can't believe I fucking forgot about it. I literally just remembered it. That's why I'm telling you this story. So last Halloween, I did a road opener, and I didn't ask for anything serious. Just in the cycle. I wasn't specific. I wasn't specific at all. I just said in the cycle. What cycle? I don't know. In the cycle, because there's definitely one going on here, and I'm done with it. And I believe this was like a 3 day candle. I really want to say it was a 3 day candle. I did some weird shit. This always happens to me, when you're like, when you're doing your work. The next time you do your work, you may take something out. You may add something in. You may, reconstruct it, and it was a really interesting mix. It's very beautifully, it smells beautiful. It's very interesting, but I laid it out on my table, the ingredients, and then used the extra, put it in the candles at two. And they were just white candles because I totally forgot about Halloween and I didn't buy anything. So I just got white candles and did the road opener sigils all around the candle. That is what I did. I can't even believe I forgot about this. That's that shit though, because that was like divinely led. I did a reading that night. I did a reading that night. I did a reading that night. Shit. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back and check it out and see if there's any clues in there. So, anyways, I did it, and then that weekend, when those candles, I was having trouble with those candles, man. I couldn't get them. They were lit very low. They didn't have like a lot of energy to them, and I was getting frustrated, like, dang. And I was looking, you gotta look, you gotta do a little research if you're having trouble to see what you can do to fix the issue. And I recall it saying that um, whatever I've asked for has already been delivered, or there's just not enough energy to the candle. Those were the two options. And so I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, I guess, hi, I guess I need to turn this shit off, is what I need to do. There we go. I finally figured it out. Okay. Hi, everybody. I don't chat. Okay. Because it gets me distracted and I'm telling an important story. Okay. So I, uh, I found out the two answers were either that what I had requested had already been delivered or there was not enough energy behind the candle. I don't know what to do with more energy, but th- someone showed up over the weekend and we enjoyed our weekend and then he left, right? And then that candle never went out or did any type of flickering or anything. It strengthened immediately when that person left. And so now I remember that I even did that. I don't know what made me remember this, uh, but that was the cycle that needed ended. I just knew there was one, but I already knew that. So then let's get back into some stuff, because that year that I had taken this break, last year, I was taking this break on my channel. And I was taking this break on my channel because I was being like troubled with dreams about this person, things that were going on, but only within the last few days did any of that actually come into fruition. Only in the last few days. I mean, when it happened, it was like I yeah, I lived it. It was deja vu to the T. What I described witnessing from a group of people a level of laughter. And I remember interpreting the dream on here, and the laughter meant something else, but no, it was literal laughter. I was hearing the laughter of these people. So those are the two little stories that I have about this. But then also just, I was already notified long before that you were doing what you were doing. You were not allowed to get hired by the Most High. That was the dream. I was trying to get you hired on with the Most High, and you were not allowed. And I still didn't follow. I had to end the cycle, and the cycle could only be ended with the truth. That's the only way. Because and then you're still going to be mad at me. You're still going to be upset with me because you are unable to accept facts. It, so despite the fact that we have shown that I have done no wrong to you, you're still going to struggle with that for a while. And I'm okay with that. Uh, so then our next thing here is that you said something to me recently that all these years is one of the things that I really was relieved to never hear from you, right? Like I never heard it from you. It was one of those things that I would always tell you why I appreciated you was because you never said that specific thing to me ever. And then you said it. And when speaking to my therapist, I never mentioned that you said it. And so I'm like really happy and thankful for my therapist. I got two actually. I'm very blessed. And I thank you because you actually were, before we ended the call today, I never even mentioned it. I never said anything about it. She told me, Ashley, if you were delusional or psychotic, I would tell you that. You are not delusional. You are not psychotic. You speak with reason. You are able to identify your feelings. You are sane. Okay? Because I know you're afraid of that. I am, because I have to like do delusional things to cope with delusional people. Okay? But some of it's not delusional. It's been raining all summer. I'm real pissed off. uh, you know, I actually did do spell work on you and I forgot. But it wasn't on you. There was no instruction except for to end the cycle. And I am very happy because I have.